we hated each other. And the reason is because we both have a big ego. And there was me that wanted to have the #1 movie, action movie, and then there was him that wanted to have the #1 action movie. So it was a battle of who makes more money at the box office, who works with better directors, who has more muscles on the screen, who has less body fat, who has the biggest guns, who has the longest knives, who kills the most people, who kills the people in the most vicious way, in the most unique way. And this is how it went. The competition was unbelievable. And we attacked each other and said nasty things about each other and all this stuff. And then eventually, through Planet Hollywood, through our restaurant chain, we finally, I was forming the company with Robert Earl and with Keith Parrish, and Sly wanted in. And so he went to his lawyer, who happens to be also my lawyer, right? So everything is a conflict of interest in Hollywood, right? So the same lawyer as the studio's lawyer also, the agent's lawyer. So everything is a conflict of interest there. But the bottom line is, I said to the lawyer, absolutely he can come in, because I thought that would break the ice and we will finally get together and have something in common, the restaurant business. And so this is what we did. And then we started traveling around the world together. And he started showering me with gifts, and I started showering him with gifts and all that stuff. And then we realized that we really used each other as a motivation. So we hated each other, but it was a means of a motivation. I looked at him up there, and I couldn't wait to kind of pass his box office, and he couldn't wait to pass mine. And this was kind of helped us get where we are actually in the end. And now we are really best of friends, and we hang out together. I go up to his house all the time watching the fights, UFC fights or football games, and he comes to my house for parties and for dinners and hanging out and smoking a stogie. And I admire his art. He's a great painter. I have 2 of his paintings, and he's a great family man. He's just really, a very successful guy, very smart, very passionate and all this. So, but when it comes to comedy, to answer your question, he just never had yet the right director. Because you need to have the right director. Comedy is very tricky. If you do comedy and you're trying to be funny, you fail. It has to be the circumstances that make people laugh, and not you with you trying to be a comedian. It doesn't work. So he never had anyone there, and this, in his movies, he attempted it. Nothing wrong with that. You fail, nothing wrong with that, like I said earlier. As long as you get up and you get going again. Remember, the difference between the loser and the winner is the loser stays down. It doesn't get up. But the winner always gets up. Always gets up. Okay?
Win the Oscar?
I think that Stallone has a good shot of winning the Oscar. Yeah, I think so. I think that people finally recognize that that his work is great. That he has a great variety of different work, and in this movie, he was really excellent. Really touching and totally believable. And that's the trick in acting, is not to act out the scene, but to be totally believable that you are that character. That's the people have to buy into that. And I think that Sly did an absolute straight 10 job on that particular movie.
Arnold, would you like to win an Oscar?